Okay. Oh. Hang on a minute. Alright, let me just make sure my thing works. Yeah, it does. It does. Let me turn up my audio. There we go. Turn up. There we go. Alright, hopefully that should be good. Alright, we're good. Oh my god, my whole Twitch setup got messed up. Okay. If I have no more issues, that'd be great. Okay. So, I'm not gonna be on here for very long. I just wanted to show my friend this game. And I'm just gonna play casually. Now, I did disable all the expansions just so we can have a good estimate of what the heck we're doing. You know. Without DLCs. Yeah, if we don't have any DLCs, then it's like, it's whatever. Although I'll be playing as a character that's not, you know, Ramir. I'm just playing as like a kind of like a fun character, I guess. All these guys. No. I'll just be playing as like the base 2 maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Oh, look at this. We're playing characters here. Alright, I'm just gonna play the game. It's gonna be weird playing without any of the other expansions. Just like me, my game. And yeah. Distractions, just the game. Kind of, if that makes sense. I don't want to show off too much what the DLC has to offer. Just not spoil like the dude on anything. Let me check my multi-stream just in case someone messages on there. Oh yeah, okay, I gotta change this. There we go. Okay, so I think that's good. There we go. I'll turn my main screen to just capture my windows so my Tour of Light isn't shown. I'm not playing Huntress exactly. I think I did unlock a few extra abilities for her. So yeah, main gameplay loop, just, you know, kill enemies. You get this. You can memorize what they do. You know, these things, I'll tell you what they do until you actually land on them. Yeah, it's pretty fun gameplay. I mean, I played for 117 hours. So that did everything right there. Now, the game is pretty simple, and the first stage. But as you play more, you'll quickly realize this is actually a pretty hard game to play. Kind of. The game is too easy or too hard, you always change difficult levels. As a teleporter, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, I remember being super confused, like, how do we look for the teleporter every time it's completely random? But there are signs. Yeah, I remember when I first played, I didn't even know where the teleporter even was. Like at all. And all I knew was I had to escape, but where? It could be anywhere. You know what I mean? It's an experience, right? Just does my Twitch thing. It's like. Open up on these large chests and see what I get. Rare item. Always good to have. 50 hovers to say. We good? Oh, so we have linear altars too. Awesome. Yeah, just the base game, you still have the linear altars, which is pretty cool. What if it shows that logbook? Yeah, it does. So it shows everything. Cool indeed. We'll take a bird. Or brooch. Look at this brooch. I don't know what a snail would want a brooch. I won't want to get in the job. I don't know. Oh, we're also gonna play like one round of this. Because these matches last forever. Oh yeah, shoot, I forgot to grab the other chest I was in here too. Completely forgot. Okay. Actually, we're ready to fight the boss. Almost ready. Let's just do this, see what happens. Oh, legendary item. That was a low chance, but I got it anyway. Hey, Thingamajig. Welcome to the chat. I'm playing Wintergreen 2, as you can see. Oh boy. This is the game. I am part of the teleporter. I turned off all the expansions, by the way. So everything you see here, you will be able to access without needing any DLCs. You know, even the base game is still pretty awesome. So if you end up buying the game, everything you see here so far will be how you'll experience it. Although I do have all the DLCs, I just disabled it. No, playing keyboard and mouse. I had played on my Steam Deck on this game, and controller is fine, but I actually prefer keyboard and mouse for a game like this, because you need to be doing so many things at once, it's not even funny. There's also some characters that, honestly, I think they are really bad on controller. You know, like you actually need a mouse in order to swing your mouse like wildly and whatnot. But other than that, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm more of a keyboard and mouse guy. So I just got this kind of blood there. Who is that character? This is Huntress. This is one of the two characters you'll have unlocked by default when you first pick up the game. Now, aside from her mouse 1 ability and her mouse 5 or shift ability, this is the same kind of character you'll expect. You know, I have two abilities that are changed. But, you know, nothing too special. Oh, here. So yeah, the main gameplay loop of Risk of Rain 2 is you spawn in, run around and kill things, and you find chests. And you use that to get loots. And you rinse and repeat until you have enough, I guess, to fight the teleport boss. Does the name Risk of Rain fit the game? I don't know. It's such a random name. Although, you know, it's still a fun one regardless. Is it hard? Looks kind of hard. It's as easy or hard as you want to make it. And it is really hard on the hardest difficulty. It's still really hard on the Rainstorm difficulty, which is what I'm on right now. It's insanely hard sometimes. But this depends, one, on how long you take and how many items you have. If you have a buttload of items, you know, you'll obviously not have a hard time. But if you're taking too long to find items, this is the normal difficulty. This is the way the game is the way it's expected to be played. You know, on Rainstorm, normal difficulty. There's 3 game modes, or no, there's 3 good difficulties. You have easy mode, which is called Drizzle. Then you have normal mode, which is Rainstorm, one I'm on right now. And finally, the hardest difficulty, Monsoon. And honestly, this game is super hard, like on a first playthrough. At least I struggled on my first time. I couldn't get past stage 1, that's how hard it was. But that's why I like it, because it's just never ending. I can play this game 1,000 times over, and I will just not get bored of it. And I'm a variety guy. I don't like being stuck with one game for a long time, but Risk of Rain 2 somehow is the exception to my rule here. Honestly, Risk of Rain 2 is all about having a power fantasy. You start by being a survivor of a crash landing, and you end with basically becoming God, essentially. I was planning on getting an Xbox, but I kind of want to play with you guys since you have the ability. Yes, I'd recommend playing on PC anyway, because not only do you have the comfort of having a lot of mods made by talented people, but you can play with me and Rev and whatnot. And hey, you have keyboard and mouse controls. This game is way, way too good. You know. Okay, let's teleporter. I'm gonna be quick here and get to the telly. Guess I'll give a orb here, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna let you figure it out. Think of a jig once you get the game. Oh boy. There he is. And I gotta warn you, there is fall damage. It's velocity-based fall damage though, so if you have the ability to get out of it, then you don't have to see that. Oh, yeah, pro tip, do not stand still for too long. Eventually you're gonna get hit by something. It's pretty calm in stage 2, but as you keep getting more stages and keep progressing, that'll eventually not be a thing. It's gonna take a while until I'm able to get the game, especially on PC, because it's still not prepared yet. Yeah, don't worry, you have time. When does the sale end? Let me check. So the sale for Risk of Rain 2, at least on PC, it ends on December 4th, which is a week from now, I think. Yeah, you have 2.5 weeks to get this game for 8.24. You know, um, plenty of time. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play this game on console or anything just because of the fact that I spent like 100 hours on this game, and I hate to buy everything over again just to play with different people. You know, Rev has it on a console though, so you can totally play with him, and you wouldn't mind because he already played it on console and PC. Although I'm really hoping you can snag this on PC. Honestly, after this run, maybe in like a stage or two, I'll show you what it's like having all the DLCs. Starting with Stars of Stars of Void. Maybe, I don't know. Like, cool. Like, so far the base game is kind of like, you know, it's like this. You know, it's pretty chill. It's pretty calming. What's original price? It's $25. It's $25, and the game is $8.24. It's like 67% off. So, yeah, it's a steal. This is like probably one of the best PC games you could probably play, honestly. Not to mention the. Not that number, please. I know, I hate it too. Just don't acknowledge it, don't go away. So there's 3 DLCs for Risk of Rain 2, Survivors of the Void, Secrets of the Storm, and the LA Collective. When Secrets of the Storm released, it was really buggy. I wasn't around at that time. I got into Risk of Rain 2 after the fact. But there were so many bugs that people just review bombed the game and just stopped playing because there's so many bugs in the game at launch. They eventually fixed it. And a lot of people were worried about the LA Collective because they were worried it would be the same story of the game being really buggy in the changeover. But no. This is a really smooth launch for the LA Collective. It just only like fixes the game. Beforehand, when you died, you just had to kind of spectate the other player until they reached the end of stage. You know, at least in multiplayer. Single player, if you died, that's it. But anyways, in multiplayer, you can now pilot a drone that spectates and still contribute in the matches and still get items. It's a really, really good change. I like it a lot. It makes the game less boring, and it makes it so that I'm not set back by huge amounts in the next stage because I'm low on items. Okay, got a backup mag. I can throw out 2 of my discs now. That's cool. I wonder if I should go as far as to beat metrics on this. Oh, hello. Okay, good. I just got in the frickin'. Hoorah. Is there anything down here? Like a spinner? Nope, I don't need that. Oh boy, okay, that actually hurt me. I live for the multi-kills. Let's. Ooh, yes, I need this. I'm trying to speedrun, trying to get metrics. No, I'm just gonna maybe I should obliterate myself for the lulz. The control's hard to use. Depends. So the main thing you gotta do is WASD to run. Use your mouse 1 and mouse 2 for your primary and secondary skills. Then you have your movement skill, which is cool by shift, but I rebounded to mouse 5. And your special ability is your R ability, which is your unique trait, I guess, if that makes sense. I mean, your every trait is a new trait, but like, you know. Then you have your equipment, which I don't remember what the equipment button was beforehand, but I set it to mouse 3. And now, as Huntress, I'm always hitting mouse 5, and whenever I need to take care of a big guy, that's when I hit R. So in this sense, for someone like Huntress, you don't need to hit the ability buttons all too often or anything, and that's all you need to most of the game. As long as you find the control is something you're comfortable with, because I wasn't gonna use shift with map 5. I was gonna give my thumb something to do every time I wanted to hover around. So yeah, for Huntress, it's not all that complicated. You just kind of have to use your blinks, or blink, singular, at the right time, you know, to dodge attacks like this. For other characters, though, it's kind of the same story, where they have unique abilities, but they're not overly reliant on them. It's only when you unlock the later characters is when the controls start to get more complicated. But honestly, even to unlock your characters, you actually need to have to do complicated attacks to begin with. I'm not too much of a keyboard and mouse guy, but some games I am. Let's Go 2 is a single-player co-op thing, so you can use a controller if you need to. But I prefer keyboard and mouse. Yeah, so I think playing on controller is kind of unviable. Like, here, let me play on my controller right now. This is me playing on my PlayStation. There was something like Huntress. You don't need to aim. But, like, if you need to take care of, like, an enemy, for example, what makes keyboard mouse better, in my opinion? Well, this. Just aiming. Like, you have to have quick reflexes to stay alive in Risk of Rain 2 in later stages. Like, I need to demonstrate this on Moon soon, because... yeah, I could. You know what, let me do that real quick. Let me demonstrate why I think keyboard mouse is better. So, on controller, at least, I'm gonna go something like Commando. On Munson. No, you can put the sensitivity higher, but but you know, if you need to slightly adjust your aim, then it's gonna be a lot harder to do that on there. So, okay. Let me play Hard Dwarf a little bit. This is the default sensitivity. So, yeah, it's pretty easy to hit and whatnot. You know, you can still play the game on controller. It's not unplayable. But I can't deny and, like, say it's, like, kind of hard to aim properly because, you know, it's a stick. It's not that precise. I'm using a PS5 controller, so I have a lot of experience with PS5 controller. I'm really good at PS5 controller. But for a game like Risk of Rain 2, I definitely need something a lot better. Especially when you're surrounded and, like, go psh, psh, the whole time. As my friend says, Thingy, every character is good. There's not a single character that feels better than another character. There's no tier list for any of the survivors, in a weird sense. My button lifts are all from just... okay, my controller, there we go. You just have to, like, pick a character you like, and then you just kind of go from there. Nobody is truly bad in this game. You know. No, you can. Thingy, you can. Just go to keyboard and mouse controller settings. You can change the sensitivity here. But, you know, my sensitivity is already at 8 on controller. And look how, like, and it's pretty slow going on there. Thing is, with all games on controller and mouse, on mouse, you can go as slow or as fast as you need to. But on controller, you can either go here or here on high sensitivities, and it's not really good for most competitive FPS games. The aim assist definitely makes up for that, but if you need to quickly turn around 180 degrees, you know, you can't do that well on controller. You know. Again, I'm not saying keyboard and mouse is objectively better than controller. It's all preference, though I can't deny that keyboard and mouse has a higher skill floor in the sense that it's harder to use for newcomers. But once you actually get to master it, it has a much higher skill ceiling than controllers you ever dream of, just because of the fact that you can, you know, precisely aim if you need to without sacrificing anything. For sure, controllers have aim assist, and if you're not good at keyboard and mouse, it's definitely gonna show. But you're not gonna need aim assist once you know how to precisely aim with your keyboard and mouse. Yeah, honestly, you think, Majig, it's up to you if you like what you prefer on Risk Rain 2. But I prefer having keyboard and mouse, just because it's so precise. And again, on a game like Moonstone, you need to have fast reflexes or you will die. Wow. Like, I have lost a lot of Moonstone runs, you know, while sweating my balls off. You think the 4 backgrounds of control will help? I don't know. If you have a controller with gyroscope, honestly, that would actually help tremendously with precisely aiming. I mean, on my Steam Deck, I use gyro controls, and I actually like playing on Steam Deck like that. Because the thing is, I love gyro controls, just in the sense that it's, you know, pretty good to use. Yeah, gyro controls give you the same thing as keyboard and mouse does, kind of. It's not exactly, but it's a step in the right direction. What? So yeah, when you're playing it on Moonstone, the hardest difficulty, a lot of enemies are around you and you need to be always on the move. And you always need to throw out your abilities, because just firing your blasters the whole time won't really do anything for you. You have to really focus on the boss. Oh boy. I like gyro controls because the Wii. You know, that's another thing I want to bring up. You know, but oh well. Okay, there we go. I somehow survived. So, I'm not sure if you were paying attention to that, but throughout the fight, I was constantly whipping my cursor from one target to another. And it kind of survives my argument with keyboard and mouse, honestly. Do you live stream often or not? Not really. I don't live stream all too much. Sometimes I do when I feel like it. But most of the time, I just kind of don't live stream anything. I don't know. Not that I don't want to, or not that I'm discouraged by the, you know, viewer counts not being a thing. I'm just, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm live streaming. Like, I don't like being on one game for an hour or two, and most live streamers like to have their live streams go on for more than that time. And I'm just gonna feel bad if I just start playing a game and I just want to play something else. But I've already dedicated my entire live stream to just that one game, so I'm gonna have to force myself to keep playing. That's kind of why I don't live stream. I mean, like, being a variety channel has definitely murdered my viewership, if anything. You know, I should, like, you know, I'm a variety guy myself. That's why I have a variety channel. I have a live streams like 16 to 8 hours long for some reason. Yeah, I can't do that. That is just a waste of my time. You know, I suppose. If that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be live streaming for that long. Maybe an hour, 2 hours. I think like 2 hours is all I can handle. And I don't understand people who do it for more than 2 hours. Not that I'm saying they're weird or anything, but like, I just... they're just stronger. They just have a stronger will than I do. So thinking, what do you think of Risk of Rain 2 so far? You know, if you think it looks as fun, if you think this looks fun to play, that's because it is. Again, I have 120 hours in this game, so you know. I do remember me first starting out. I was definitely, yeah. The main thing about this game is, I love how the items, you know, how useful they are depends on who you play as. Because everybody in this game is viable. It doesn't, there's no tier list for this game in my eyes. Because everybody works just as well as everyone else, but they all have their own different playstyles. I don't know how they did that, but it's really cool. It's all about how you play as a, well, player, really. Why don't I grab that? If I couldn't get it from the sale, I could do it on my birthday, because my one is in a month. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I'd honestly recommend all the DLCs, just because they are really cool. Like, the expansions just make this game 10 times better with each one. Not only did it add new stages and characters, but also new items and enemies. Like, these expansions are like half-assed or anything. They're actually real expansions. And it's really cool. It's not like The Sims 4, where the game is just unplayable without the DLCs. The game's just really fun. They just kept stacking stuff on top of it. Is that like the best one? I don't know. I don't know which DLC I like the most, because they're all really spectacular. I really love the survivors from the LA Collective, but I love the Void items that the Predators of the Void introduced. But man, I love the Secrets of the Storm stages though. They're all really awesome. And it's a three-way tie for me because of all those reasons. Like, each DLC does one thing differently. Although, the new DLC did add a bunch of new drones too. And actually buffed drones too, and also gave us... Well, maybe I shouldn't count base game updates. Maybe. I don't know. Oh well. Have you ever felt bored once in this game?
No.
As Rev says, one does not simply get bored of Risk of Rain 2. I could play this game forever. I do feel like I should stop once in a while if I have, like, a bad losing streak. Or if I played for a couple hours and like, okay, I guess I'm gonna play something else. But I've never quit because I was bored. Like, Risk of Rain 2 is so replayable. You're playing on the same stages, kind of. However, what's in the stages, you know, is different each time you play. Oh my god.